Hello friends, I'm Ketsu, and this is my take on the Hammer/Smite Paladin. Unlike most other builds, this one differs by going Lightning Smite instead of Void to take advantage of that juicy resistance shred provided by the shock alignment. This massively elevates our DPS and in turn also sustain, since it allows us to rely on leech rather than health regeneration. For the sake of keeping this guy brief, I won't go over each skill or passive node in depth and also won't delve into a complete gear breakdown. My character's gear planner will be linked in the description, and a summary of all you need to know in terms of gearing will be provided right before the gameplay portion of this video. With that said, it wouldn't be much of a guide without, well, at least some kind of guidance, so I will throw up a slideshow of all the skills and passives used, followed by quickly going over a few key points worth touching on. Crit chance from Lunge is gone, and everyone is sad, including me, but feeling sad kinda sucks, so I found a way around it. We simply drop dual wield, and instead opt to equip a Catalyst in our offhand. Catalysts come with an increase to your base spell crit chance, which synergizes insanely well with our Holy Precision passive, and critical strike increases in general. Pair this with the equally scaling Conviction in the Smite tree, and the result is a Smite that crits close to 100% of the time. So yeah, take that, Lunge Nerf, consider yourself cancelled. Due to our damage output, our main source of sustain will come from Leech, and it goes on our main hand, comes from the Black Sun Blessing, and is supported by the new Leech Rate affix on gloves. Since we're opting out of Void Smite, our Smite now also heals us, which not only helps us sustain even further, but also grants us damage and, hopefully, saves our ass. In order for the build to work as shown, there's a few items to chase. Nothing is build defining outside of idols, and most of it is pretty easy to acquire. You want 2 of these bad boys, but the build still functions with 1, so don't sweat it too much. Running 3 or 4 does also work fairly well, but it's an overall DPS loss due to missing out on too much extra smite damage granted by 1x3s. This is an awesome thing to have, but not required, which is also awesome, because this is probably the hardest thing to acquire. The 2 extra points will go into Conviction, and if you're extremely lucky to the point of getting a well-rolled relic with +3 smite, you not only put that 3rd point into Atonement, but also have to live with the fact that I probably resent you just a little bit. Do you like mana? I like mana, which is why I also like throwing attack mana cost reduction. My best friend, but also my only friend, so take that with a grain of salt. You're gonna want these on both of your rings, otherwise you're gonna run out of mana in many combat situations. There's no points in going above tier 1, since we're only after the mana cost reduction, which does not scale between tier 1 and 5. As far as uniques go, there's only one, and it's Stormtide. It's a pair of boots that makes our Smite shock proc more shocks, but also shocks us back if we stop moving. Not cool, but we will allow it. And that's it. Stay tuned for some gameplay and a TLDR gearing summary. If this looks like something up your alley, I recommend saving the summary by screenshotting it, because it says more about the gearing process than I ever could in a fraction of the time. Which is exactly why I didn't bother to do a gear overview, so thank you, plain text, for enabling my laziness. Anyway, bless the smites down in Eterra, and thank you for watching.
you.